Okay, so I do here have a note on the list here about that on day 2 you can visit all the places, but canteens. The canteens only available on the map for the first and second choices. Uh, okay, sorry, I'm just reading some notes there. All right, so so where do we want to go first? All places are available, but I don't believe I can go to all places. So I can go to the infirmary to see everyone's favorite hot nurse. My health wasn't fine, fresh air, blah blah blah, but I just came to visit. I entered a common infirmary like the schools. A middle-aged woman. Oh, she's too young to be middle-aged. Sat on table. Obviously, she was a nurse. She gazed at me with poor music in the background. Again, I love her voice I gave her. Why, hello, pioneer. Because again, that pause, all that pause says to me is that, pioneer. Anyways, C3TO is a bad robot. No, that's not true. Good afternoon, madam. I have something. Sit down, please. I looked around the room. On the couch. I sat down. Strip. She said with all with an even tone. What? To inspect, to escalate, to check your health. Now strip. By the way, my name is Violet, but you can call me Viola because I want you to play me like one. Oh! No. Hold on. Because I want you to use your strummy fingers. Damn it, I'm horrible at innuendos. Just fuck me already. Anyways. I didn't know that. Is that a mole right there? She turned on me. She turned to me. Not turned me on. What are you waiting for? Strip. But I have no health issues. I gave her the piece of paper. Later. She took a stethoscope out her neck, seeming like she intended to probe me with it. Then someone cock-blocked at the door. The nurse answered unwillingly. Come in. The moment the door opened, electronic rushed inside. Hi. I fell during a football game. Nonsense, of course, but I'm okay. Olga just, there was a massive bruise on Electronic's eyes. I doubted that could be a football injury. Sit down. I'll have a look. She said to him, and you, pass me your checklist. Where'd you get your glasses from? I didn't notice I was looking elsewhere. The nurse quickly signed it and continued. If something hurts, wink, come to me immediately. Pioneer. Again, that weird pause after pioneer just makes it sound like, again, it's overly, she's trying to, typical, atypical hot nurse trying to seduce hot boys. Because I'm a hot... Anyways, let's move on. The nurse signed something. All right, so all this doesn't matter right now for Sylvia. So, by the way this works, if I haven't described to you, is there's a point system on this. So if you get, what is it? Is it 6 points? 6. Yeah. So there's 6. If you get less than or equal to 6, you get a bad ending. If you okay, 9. So it's 9. If you get below 9 points, bad ending. If you get above 9 points, you get a good ending. So that's how the point systems work, kind of thing. So, anyways, let's go to kitchen. Nonsense! I decided to have lunch. So the checklist isn't going to run away. I'll get it signed later. while my stomach clearly can't wait till dinner. With these thoughts, I enter the canteen. There's almost nobody inside. Apparently, most pioneers had lunch already. A lunch lady of impressive proportions provided me with a glorious meal of 3 dishes of soup, gofloth, and lavendery, pavlovskik, garnished with potatoes boiled accordingly to the craziest fashion of the 15th century, and a periodic table kompot. All references I'm pretty sure I'd get if I knew science and or German or Russian. Hardly a menu 5-star restaurant would envy, but I was too hungry to give a shit. After all, compared to my usual meal of ramen or macaroni and cheese, this indeed wasn't too bad. I stared at the nearest table and concentrated on chewing. Someone hit me over the head and robbed me. The end. My focus was soon disturbed by a sudden, mighty slap on the back. I even choked. Ulsa was standing there in front of me with a victorious look on her face. I choked the life out of you one day. Catch me if you can. I don't know if I gave her a voice. She stuck her tongue out at me. You tried once, but you couldn't catch me. All right. Then I'll ambush you somewhere. That's not fair. Look who's talking, Miss Fairplay. I grinned. Okay, you wait. Someday I'll get some food and come back. We'll eat together. Weird the way I'm doing this. However, Ulsa came back just after half a minute. She handed me a huge roast beef. Had a huge roast beef on her plate and a few large rock potatoes, compared to my royal feast. How did you get that? Gotta know places. She looked at me and grinned with all 32 or however many teeth she had. I wouldn't stand for this. I never was a master of pranks, and in school I often found myself on the bully side. But I had to get back at her somehow. And what if Olga finds out that you were stealing food? I'm not stealing. She flared up. That's what you're going to tell her. I wonder if she'll believe you. And how will she know? Well, that depends on many things. Like what? Again, classic look like she's about to shake. Also looked at me and looked into my eyes. Bring me a bun. A sweet one. Honey. What am I supposed to, where am I supposed to get that? Well, the same place you got all this. I pointed at her plate. She hesitated. All right, 1 bun. And promise you won't tell Olga? You have my word as a pioneer. She ran off toward the kitchen without hesitation. I opened up the pepper box and emptied it into her drink. Just as I finished, the restless girl came back. Here, you racketeer, ya. Look, like she didn't notice. Okay, now, whose drink is kompot, last cherry, what? Don't be silly. Silly? Watch me. I won't play these childish games. Look who's talking. I smiled much mysteriously. 1, 2, 3, and she started to chug. In just 1 second, her expression changed to that of authentic terror. Her cheeks went red. Her eyes were about to pop out. She died. The end. She jumped over the table, rushed towards the drinking water, and spitting, yelling as she went. You! I decided not to wait for her and went outside giggling to myself while finishing my bun. There we go. All right. Do I want to go to the library, music club, clubhouse? I think I have to go to all places. Anyways, let's go to the library to see Zoe. That was her name, Zoe. Actually, I love reading, but spending my days in a library under the current circumstances were beyond my scope. So I better hurry up and with this checkpoint. As I stepped inside, a memory from my childhood emerged in my head. It was very vivid. I was 7 or 8 and in the library with my mom. While she looked through the books I might need for studies, I'm sitting there in the corner looking through the collection of comic books. Back then, I didn't know why they had so many, or why couldn't I take some with me. The notice of collective property was something my mind hadn't grasped yet at that age. However, back then the whole concept of property was pretty hazy to me. The memory seems even stranger now, while standing there in this particular camp where they might have managed to build communism in 3 years. Soviet symbolism was all over the place, as you can clearly see. Wow, a lot of propaganda. There's not Stalin, who is it? Marx? No, not Marx. Marx had a big beard and he was a lazy bum in England. I hate it. I always forget his name. Stalin, Marx, and Lenin. Anyway, Soviet blah, 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 literature. Of course, I wasn't planning on reading any of these. Getting acquainted with the full collection of books by Marx was the last thing on earth I would ever think of. Where was the librarian? I didn't spend much time looking for her. She was cutely falling asleep. Again, the desk just magically rose in front of you. I looked closely. Short hair, thick glasses, and a rather cute face. She is snoring so peacefully I couldn't just wake her up. I can't wait. If she doesn't wake up in an hour, then maybe. I couldn't just sit there, so I took a random book off the bookshelf. Author... sociopath, I don't know. The World as Will and Resignation, I don't know. I just gave up at some point. I opened it and roughly in the middle started reading. The life of a man with his endless upkeep, wants, and suffering is to be regarded as a explanation and paraphrase for blah, 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 death. Right. Soviet, okay. Anyways. Someone knocked on the door. You can't come in. Anyways. What a nice habit. Knocking on the door. I should pick it up. No, you shouldn't. It was Lena. Oh. Hey. Notice the difference there. Oh. Hi. Anyways. Hi. I just want to return the book. She turned in a copy of Gone to Wind that I saw yesterday. Oh, Zoe's sleeping. I'll come back later. I'm awake. Oh yeah, I forgot. Darling, just you wearing again. This always looks like she's judging you for what you're wearing. Her eyes glued from behind the table. What is it you wanted? I needed to check here. Give it here. She quickly signed the paper and gave it back to me. She had this look on her face that made me want to keep quiet. Lena came up to return her book, I thanked Zoe, and went out. All right, there we go. We met Zoe. Let's meet Miku. The music club was a small one-level building. Everything is a one-level building located at the camps. I opened the door and entered without hesitation. It's 11 o'clock. Bass. No, that's a guitar. Drum, snare. A, B, C, B. Oh, those are notes. Oh, excuse me. That's Inchi. Then, if I actually knew how to read music, this might help. Mucky, Pa. Again, I'm just looking at all the detail now. Anyways, instrument. I spent the time looking closely. I should be looking down here because of what's about to pop up. There we go. A girl. Seemed like she was looking for something. She's standing there on all fours with a suggestive pose that I hesitated to speak at first. There's a name for that type of underwear. I forget. Excuse me. Ha! Who's there? Thunk. She tried to stand up, but hit the piano above her. Ouchie! Again, just that shocked look on her face. She struggled out. Sorry, I scared you. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, you got a check. Let me take a bit for a second. Ah, yes. My name is Miku. No, really, I'm serious. No one believes me, but my name is really Miku. My mother was Japanese, my dad was here. Then they met together, they had sex, and they produced me. It was a very fun story because apparently they didn't like each other at first, but then all of a sudden he sang wonderful always. And he was working on a nuclear power plant, and then, oh damn, the bridge, or whatever, I don't care. She was talking so fast, she swallowed half her words and tried to pronounce. I'm Simon. Great. Is your drill going pills to heavens? What would be in my club? It's the only one here. I mean, it's only me, but it could be two of us, and we can play together like duets and have fun, and maybe get to know each other, have laugh, fun, and be a romantic comedy. You know, like the me, you, me, Zumi, Hami, you know, and you could be Kon. Well, I became antisocial. I brought a guitar. When I became antisocial, I brought a guitar and learned a few chords, but then I forgot about it since I quit everything that required more than a couple hours of learning. Yeah, I know. I wasn't planning on doing anything like that, really. Oh, it's okay. I'll teach you the trumpet, for example. Violin, I know it all, honestly. There was no point in arguing with this orchestra girl. I can't say that. It's orchestra, but orchestra girl. Anyways, since there was only another blah, blah, blah. Hey, I think about it. Can you just sign this for now? Yes, sure. Give me that. But come on around. I'll sing too. I sing, you know, some Japanese folk songs or maybe like that, something like more contemporary. Sure. Thanks. Gotta go now. You just be you. Don't. Guess gotta go. See you later. Again, acting. Of course. Come by anytime. Oh, blush. At the end of the sentence, stayed inside. It might have been nice to hang around with a guitar in that evening, but in such company. Hey! I turned to leave and came face to face with Elsa. Elsa, let it go! She turned suspiciously. Why did you come here? What was her voice? I don't think I gave her one. Because he only gets angry. Why did you come here? The checklist. Got it signed? Yes. Then move. Alice went inside and I hurried to leave the place. I'm going to regret doing that. I went inside the clubhouse. To tell the truth, I really never like extracurricular activities. At school, I used to find any excuse to skip class. At university, I had no interest in participating in student council. I was interested in boxing, aero modeling, sewing, stripping, new modeling, dogging, swinging. Sorry, a little bit too much about myself. So I came in here just to check it off the box. Nobody was there. Again, little aside, this I would love. Because I used to take apart computer parts, stuff, solder them together. I almost set my house on fire a couple times. Yeah, I love electronics and stuff like this. Again, I am a video engineer, technically. Well, look, they actually got a computer program working. I found myself in something like a hut or a junior robot. Again, yeah, robots. Ooh, I'd love to make robots. I'm 30. What am I talking about? I mean, I'm 20. Only in my 20s. I heard voices from another room, and then two pioneers appeared. Wow, hold on. Dying. Be back if I don't die. Good news. I didn't die. One was electronic and the other I didn't know. Hey. Oh yeah. Hey, Simon. Welcome. We've been expecting you. It seems like he knows everything about everyone. Why were you expecting me? Well, of course, because of the, you came to sign up to our club, right? He didn't let me answer. And this is Shurik. He's in charge here. I assume there's only two of you in the club. Well, you can say that there's three of us now. Ha 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 ha. Shurik came up to me and assertively offered my hand. His face was somewhat familiar. Welcome to the club. Yeah. Now, I'll show you around. Make yourself at home. Guys, I just wanted to... We always welcome new members. He said in such a way that the anthem of the Soviet should suddenly start playing in my head. Do I know the Soviet? Dun 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 dun. No, That's wrong. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's definitely the wrong song. It's amazing. I even remember the words. In first grade, I had a textbook. Yeah, actually, in fourth grade, I had a teacher that had forced us to, is that diagram for a hammer? To memorize My Country 'Tis of Thee. And all the verses. By the way, for those who watching in UK, My Country 'Tis of Thee, Sweet Land of Liberty, of Thee I Sing, is actually set to God Save the Queen. So there's something truly American for you. We take your anthem, we make it about us. Anyways. No, I just wanted to sign my checklist. Yeah. We signed. Yes, we signed you up for the club, and your checklist. He grinned. I was getting ready for a long and boring argument, but then I heard an angel enter. Angel! I looked back and saw Sylvia. Ah, Simon, I hope they're not giving you any trouble. She narrowed her eyes and looked at the future motherland's robotic industry. Ah, no, these two, they can be a little forceful. Hey? Listen. Well, you know, actually, I just need to get the checklist signed. I decided to take advantage of the situation. Ah, no problem. Give it here. Sylvia took the paper and marched up to Shrek. Sign it, you bastard. Hold on. We're not done yet. You're done, son. You hear me? Now sign it, you bastard, before I decapitate you or castrate you, whichever I feel fancy. She gave Sarek a threatening look that made him lose any possible objection. He wrote some squiggles on the line and thanked Sylvia, and then moved in a mellow move. Blah, 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 blah. That wasn't a sentence at all. Ellipses, stop judging me, okay? I'm a bit drunk. It's hard to read. Quit with your judging silence. Finally, I got all the signatures. Now, I had to go back to Olga and give it to her. Give it to her good. And all what? She was sitting in front of the cabin reading a book. Doesn't look like a good role model for a perfect, punctual pioneer that she was planning to turn me into. Punctual. No, wait. I wondered, and her response extended beyond giving fiery speeches at lineup, scolding Ulsa, and giving involved into my moral, physical, and ideological growth. She can help me with another kind of growth. Here, I offered my checklist. Excuse me. She placed it in her pocket without even looking at the signature. Great. I had it signed myself without going anywhere. Perfect. Now, so, did you meet with our nurse? Yes. Did she touch you? For some reason, her question sent shivers down my spine. Great. So she had another one. Oh, boy. Here's another sexual lawsuit. Anyways, which club have you signed up for? I didn't. I need to think first. That's a pity. It's vital for you to sign up somewhere. Somewhere tomorrow. Of course. Sure. I'll take care of that never. All right. It's time to go to dinner. About time. I was getting hungry.